Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Wednesday. It is Self-Care Wednesday. I have the positive affirmations here today. And let's just get started with the self-care deck, self-care ritual deck. It is Self-Care Wednesday. So how is everyone? I'm super duper excited. ComCon starts today. I know, it's back. We have to mask, we have to be vax boosted or tested before we go. We have to wear wristbands that says we are so, and I'm okay with that because it seems like everyone around me is going places and getting sick. However, the other nice thing about having to mask is I don't have to worry about bringing any lipstick, which I packed like 4 of them and realized, oh, they're just taking up space because I don't need them. So, except for the show. So one and done, right? One and out. In fact, tomorrow will be the last show of the week. I will not be doing Oracle Friday. I need a break, sometimes, and it's just a regular break. Nothing's wrong. Everything's okay. But Oracle Fridays tend to last a little long. So, I'm going to forgo it. So, good morning, Debbie. So, yeah. So, anyways, let's pull some self-care cards. And, sometimes, this is a ritual deck. So, sometimes the self-care cards might step out a little out of the lane that you might be standing in, so just kind of go with the flow. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Good morning, older sibling. Nothing wants to come out today. Oh, there's one, finally. All right, that usually tells me when to stop. So, all right, here we go. Oh, there's 2. First one, plan a vacation. I am leaving for Comic-Con today. I'm still bummed I did not get preview night. I know. First time or second time in 13 years, right? But plan a vacation. Plan a vacation. Even if you're not sure that you can afford a vacation right now, plan one anyways. Because when you put it out there that you really want to go somewhere, that you really want to do something, to get out. Thank you, Debbie. To just kind of roll with everything. Somehow, when you're vibing in the right way, the universe is going to hear you, or your higher power is going to hear you, and they're going to deliver you the ability to do these things. I know I always reference back to like a bazillion years ago when I went to London, but it's like I said, I didn't think I could do it. I put that trip together starting in December when I bought tickets to a play. And then I left, like it was mid-December, I believe, when I bought tickets to a play. And I bought that before I had anything. It was more like, well, if I have to get a refund, I have to get a refund. But it worked out. And then 3 months later, I was on a plane. So plan a vacation, because even if you're not sure how it's going to work out, if you trust and believe, it will work out. Okay? I mean, even if you don't have the plane fare and stuff, just for fun, look up plane fares, look up hotels or Airbnbs or whatever. Just do all those things to put it out there that this is something that you really want. Connect with crystals. This is what I was talking about, where not every card is going to resonate with everybody, but if you do have crystals, or if you're on the fence about them, this is the card telling you to reconnect with them, because now is the time. I have a few sitting here. So, just in my reach. I have 2 in my ears. So, but, it can, believe it or not, it can really help. Even if you just view it as nothing more than a talisman, it can really, 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 really help. And it can really, really kind of bring you joy. It helps you become mindful, because it's something to focus on. Even if it's just like a gratitude rock. I have one of those too. And I wrote on it, it says, "You got this." I even remember where I got it. So, and I've had it for at least 10 years now. So, clear your energy field. Clear your energy field. Now, everyone's like, well, how the hell do I do that? Well, you can do this. Just like, woof. Just clear your energy fields. You can use sage. You can use Palo Santo. You can use incense. You can go outside and soak in the sun if it's raining and it's safe. Okay, do not go out if there's thunder and lightning. If you can go into the rain and it's safe, you can do that. Swimming pools, water rituals, you can clear your energy. When you shower, you can clear your energy. So many ways. You can meditate and imagine white bubbles of light around, or white bubble of light around you, or green. Green is Archangel Raphael's color, so that's a healing color. That's another way to clear your energy field. You can have someone wipe you off, okay? And it sounds weird, but it's really kind of dusting away the energy. And if you really kind of give into the idea of that, I challenge you with this. See how your body feels. I thought it was kind of hokey, and then the first time I had somebody wipe me off, it was like, whoa, because we don't just collect layers of dirt on us every day. We collect layers of negative energy, whether it's someone you know, or maybe it's just somewhere you've been, or maybe someone you passed and it just kind of rubbed off on you, or when people bump into you. It sounds silly, but it is an actual thing. So, let me put it this way. I always believed in these things, but my upbringing kind of led me in the direction to ignore it. And so it was kind of like, well, I'm not sure, or yeah, maybe. And it's to the point now where I don't trust myself enough when I feel something. I don't trust that these are the feelings that I'm feeling. And now as I'm talking to you, I'm starting to realize, oh, those are somebody else's limited beliefs. Those are somebody else's fears. They're not mine. And I do think back, and I think about, like when you wipe off, and you can physically touch someone if it's okay with them. Ask them first. Or you can just kind of gently, you could probably even dedicate a duster to that. Like little things you dust with. I mean, seriously, I really don't think those stupid things work anyways. All they do is spread dust. So, buy a clean one, clean that one off, and use it as an energy duster. Why not? It's like, it's more the act of knowing that you are clearing yourself off. And I mean everywhere, even everywhere. All right. So, it's upside down. Be still. Be still. I like that this card came up after the clear your energy field, because a lot of times we do need to be still. Especially after we clean all that energy off. Because you might feel this sudden burst of energy come through you, but your body has to readjust, because you've literally been just blasting it with negativity. So if that's the case, just be still. Take a moment. If you don't have any other time during the day, then do it when you're showering. Do it when you're about to go to sleep. Just, try to, I know a lot of people will sit there and have told me, Shelly, but I got all these going on through my head. That's when I use gratitude. Last night I had so much going through my head. And so I started just clicking off things that I was grateful for. And next thing I know, my alarm's going off, or I'm dreaming. But but next thing I know, I'm asleep. And, sometimes that's all it takes. That's why they always say start and end your day with gratitude. Because, when you go to sleep and when you wake up, you remember the gratitude. And for the last couple of nights, I've been so busy getting ready for Comic-Con that, just because I have someone coming or Sibling and I have someone coming to look after the cats. And my house is in a bit of disarray because, of my mental state, which I'm going to get to when I get to the actual self-care part of this. Because I really want to touch base on that. But I haven't been still. And, I've been complainy, I've been cranky, I've been grumpy, any adjective you can think of that is just not positive. I have probably been. And that's not the person I like to be. That's not the person I want to be by any stretch of the imagination. At least not anymore. Because a lot of times when I couldn't handle something, I would get upset. And then everybody else around me would kind of, get it, because I wasn't healed enough. I wasn't in myself enough to realize, hey, it's going to be okay. Just take a deep breath. But last night, when I did go to bed with gratitude, I remembered my morning gratitude. And, the day almost got derailed, but because I had that morning gratitude, it was a reminder to myself, don't forget, stay in gratitude. Stay in gratitude. All right, so the last card, movement. Movement. Looks like somebody dancing there. So movement. Does it need to say more? Don't just be a lump on a log all day long, sitting on the couch like a potato. Get up and move a little bit, even if you're just taking a walk around your units, or your complex, or your street, or your boulevard, wherever you live. A park that might be nearby. Get up and move. you know? I mean, I should take my own advice. But it's very important that we do that, because that's what keeps us healthy. That's what keeps us going and motivated and all those things. So, you know, just do it. Just do it. All right. Self-care. Let's get to the self-care portion of this bad boy. So, first and foremost, what I wanted to talk about, mental health. Self-care isn't just about the physical aspect of taking care of yourself, like the obviously hygiene, but I mean, that's just given, right? But I mean, you know, if you want to get your mani-pedi because it's something you can do, or if you can't, then you do your own, or maybe you go and get a massage, or maybe you go to the beach and just chill, or, you know, as they mentioned in the cards, be still, or take a bath, like a nice long hot, you know, soak, right? Whatever those things are, it's more than just that. Those things lead to the taking care of our mental health. But if we just depend on those things all the time to take care of what's going on in here, then it's, to me personally, in my perspective, it's not enough. The best way to enjoy all these beautiful things that we can do for ourselves on the outside is by starting to take care of what's in here. And I have been falling by the wayside so terribly as of late of doing this. I mean, the other day I posted on Facebook that, you know, I mean, it's primarily my family and friends, and a lot of the times I'll just share it there and not on Twitter, because everybody has their own journey. But if you share your journey, a lot of times people like to comment and say, well, that's not how it works for me. It's like, no, because it's not, my journey's not your journey. But the reason I share a lot of what I share is because other people have shared their stories. Other people have shared their journeys. And there were little bits and pieces in there that were like, well, you know, the majority may not have worked for me, but there were little bits and pieces like, oh my gosh, maybe I'll try that, because that really resonated with me. Or, oh my gosh, I've been through that too. You know, it's about showing people that even though each journey is different, each struggle is different, each victory is different, that, you know, we're still on this journey together, that we're not alone. I mean, I can't tell you how long. I mean, I grew up in this kind of in-between state, right? Where, you know, my parents generation was just, you know, we push down our feelings and we deal with it. And I'm not that kind of person. I've always been very sensitive. And I used to think it was a weakness, but it turns out it's kind of a strength, because I am an empath. And I never realized I was one, because it was always push down, push down, push down. So I think when we are honest about our mental health, oh, that's what I was saying. Sorry, my brain. But that's kind of where, and see, this is mental health in action. It's like I'm talking about one thing and then I skip back to the other and I completely just leave that one thought undone. The whole point of that thought was, I grew up with parents who came from a generation where you didn't talk about mental health. You know, I mean, mental health to them, when you think about it, are institutions or people being, you know, electrocuted, you know, just experimented on, because we didn't know enough about it, because we didn't talk enough about it. And then there were other people who did take care of their mental health. There were other people that were a little bit more, you know, sensitive too. And so, you know, sometimes you have these people that are just like, wow, and other people that are just like, got to push it down. But the problem with pushing things down is eventually it comes back up. One way or the other. Whether you realize it or not, maybe you're cranky, maybe you're moody, maybe you're one of these people that are just cranky and moody all the time and everyone's all, geez, you know, what's up with you? And you're all, what? I'm just acting normal here. It's probably because all those emotions that you push down, they're finding their own way up now. And they're going to come out in different ways because they were left unchecked. You know, so it's like, think of like Storage Wars, right? Where you have all these units and people go in and just, they bid on whatever this unit is. You know, nobody can see what's inside the boxes. You can just see what's kind of visually there, right? Then you have to start unpacking it. And you have no idea what each box holds. Is it going to hold this great gem of healing? Or is it going to just hold a bunch of crap? that you're still going to have to get rid of, because, once you buy those units, even if it's full of shit, you got to clean it out. That's the whole point. They want you to get rid of all the crap so they don't have to do it. Right? And that's the point. But in this case, this is what our feelings do. They come up and we have no idea what they are. They're unmarked boxes. And it can be a surprise when you open it. It might be this great emotion, or it could be this, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Or you may never know because you just get tired of dealing with it. But no matter what you choose to do, whether you choose to go deep, or maybe you can't even remember what the emotion is, it's just that lockbox that nobody can get into, you still have to go through it. Okay? You have to go through it to grow through it. People laugh at these rhymes, but I'm telling you, they make a difference. You have to heal it, or you have to feel it to heal it. You have to feel it to heal it. They rhyme so people remember them. You have to feel it to heal it. You have to go through it to grow through it. Is it a bitch? Fuck yeah, it is. It's hard. But I'm telling you, it is the best thing that you will ever, ever, ever do for yourself. If you don't trust yourself, or maybe you're teetering on the edge of, I don't want to trigger anyone, but you might be teetering on the edge, get professional help. Don't worry about what other people think. I've seen people fall by the wayside because they were so concerned about people being up in their face about their mental health. They kept it a secret. They didn't go to therapy. They didn't get help. And some events led to very tragic events, which in the long run pushed me back into therapy. The first couple of times I went to therapy, I had terrible experiences. Terrible. I mean, it felt so textbook to me. It felt exactly like you see on TV and why people don't go. But the most important thing that older sibling taught me was, if you don't like this therapist, you can get up and go. It's like, yeah, it might be a process to start all over and have to retell them all your story, but you know what? It's worth it to find the right person. And I'll tell you, one of the things, and I'm just remembering this now, one of the things that made me absolutely love the therapist I went to was this number one fact. One of the first things she said to me, do not feel like you have to just go to me. If you don't feel like I'm the right person, you are welcome to go. No, no harm, no foul. She's all, because my main goal is to make sure you get better. And she's all, if I can't help you with that, I want to make sure there will be someone who can. And that moment, I was ready to rattle everything off. And I've shared that story before, where she actually scheduled me for a second appointment that week, because this was just my intake appointment. This was the hi, let's get to know each other and see if we fit. And we got on like gangbusters. We really did. She was amazing. I mean, I absolutely loved seeing her. She loved when I would come in, because she's all, I don't know if you ever realize this, but you literally have a different metaphor for how things are going every week. I didn't even realize that. I really do speak in metaphors. And that's when I learned it. Apparently I've been doing this all my life, but I speak in metaphors. Who knew? But they're kind of fun at the same time. So I want to get to the positive affirmations before, it's time for me to hang up this, because I got a lot of stuff I still have to do before I go. But I really wanted to point out the mental health aspect of why we do so, why we, all of us who are on here live, but why I really, really dedicated Wednesday to self-care. One of the reasons I chose Wednesday, it's the middle of the regular work week for, the majority of the people out there who work 9 to 5, right? Or those banker hours. And it was important for me to put it on Wednesday, because Monday and Tuesday, you're just kind of like catching up from whatever you didn't finish last week. And then, you're heading towards Thursday and Friday. And, if you're kind of one of those people that just is so good at taking care of things early on, that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, really, you just have to worry about what's left to come at you. If you had stuff left over from last week. But I chose Wednesday, again, because it is the middle of the week, but also because Monday and Tuesday, like I said, are generally the busiest days in your office, because everyone's trying to get a hold of you. They couldn't get a hold of you on the weekend. And so this is where mindfulness comes in, because now you got all that out of the way. You know, and yeah, you may be one of those people that are busy every single day. But as you shoot towards the weekend, carrying these ideas and carrying in these activities and thoughts through the next week till the following Wednesday might make your weekend a little bit better. It may not make it great because you may have a lot of work to still do, but it might make it better. So again, I really, really want to zero in on this because my mental health has been so out of control. It's not even funny. I mean, the other day, like I was talking about, I think, circling way back to the beginning, I posted on Facebook how I hate it. I hate it. You know I talk a lot about how I need to nurture it, how I need to treat it like, my inner child, and really kind of nurture it and just, try to let it have fun. But there's a lot of beliefs and habits that I'm still letting go of that were other people's limited fears and beliefs. And I don't want to be limited anymore by other people's beliefs. I don't want to be limited by other people's thoughts. I want to live my life for me. And I'm getting to this point where I think my brain is starting to rebel because it's scared. It's scared. I got a big birthday coming up in a couple of months, and it's walking away and just, from everything that did not serve me in my past. And the self-care is really starting to help. All the healing I've had to do, all the pain I had to go through. A couple weeks ago, I told an older sibling, I said, there's a part of me that sometimes wishes I would have just been fine with the status quo and just been content or settled for the life I was living. But then I think about how unhappy I was. I think about how truly not happy I was, which is the same as unhappy, but I wasn't. I was just meandering through life. And yeah, it's difficult right now financially because I am still trying to find a job. And I know I've mentioned that before. So you know what? Put out the good juju that something great happens for me. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. But the point of that was I'm still much happier than I was. Yeah, there's some stressors involved. But I realize now that things are going to get better. That things are getting better. That I'm not carrying around this anchor full of barnacles and seaweed and all this crap holding my boat back. Holding my ship back from just sailing around the ocean of bliss. Right? It's been a long time since we've talked about the sea of misery and where I used to be. But there was the sea of misery and then the island right in the middle, the island of overthinking, right in the center of the sea of misery. And there's so many boats there. You just anchor there. The water is just still, nothing's happening. And you had to work to get through that big wall of waves. That wall of waves, those were all the emotions trying to hold you back. All the fears, all the limited beliefs, all the bad habits. Now, when you get through them, that doesn't mean that those go away. What it means is that you're becoming more aware and you're doing your best to heal it so that you can sail through that ocean of bliss. And sometimes when you're in the ocean of bliss and you still feel like you're held back, that's when you have to do more hard work. You have to dive into that ocean. You have to clean off the barnacles, clean off the seaweed, clean off everything that's holding that anchor, from being lifted back onto your boat so you can sail free. You can be free. Anchors are not always a bad thing until we allow them to hold us back. That's when they become a bad thing. But anchors can be very good if we allow it to do what it's meant to do. Hold us in place while we get things done, then lift back up and sail on. So, all right. That's your mental health thing for today. I feel like a newspaper person, right? Just let me read you the news. This just in. So let's see. Number 1 for today. So we have 5 affirmations. I'm doing 50 positive affirmations. And if I don't have a subject, we do affirmations. So we still have about 40 left. Next week, we will not be doing affirmations. I found something really, really neat yesterday about undigested emotions. I know, right? You're thinking, how do you digest an emotion? That's what I said. But my lower back has been killing me. And a lot of times I've found these charts that show, different pains and what they mean. And I found one, and right where my back was hurting, it was about feelings. And it was about, not sharing feelings, holding feelings in. And then right in the center, because it was like just right across, right? It was like on the chart, it was 19 and 19. And then I looked those up. And then in the middle was 18. And it was all in that area. And 18 said undigested emotions. And, fear of sharing emotions, fear of healing emotions, all these different things. And I realized that this is probably where I'm storing all of those limited beliefs, all of those fears, right? Because what do fears and limited beliefs do? They cripple you. And I know I don't mean to be all loosey-goosey with that word, but they do. They mentally cripple you. Well, guess what? When you're holding these emotions and you really start to become in tune to how your body really works, and your back starts to hurt, or maybe you throw your back out and you look it up, you start realizing, whoa, it's not just, figurative, it's literal. And it makes it hard to move around. It makes it hard to, just function. And so I did look that up, and I found that I read it, and when I read the article, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm going through. And it's called Undigested Emotions. So next Wednesday, I hope you tune in for Self-Care Wednesday, because that is going to be the topic, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So, number 1 today. Today is going to be a great day. That's your first positive affirmation. Today is going to be a great day. Wake up every morning. All right, wake up every morning. When you go to sleep, today was a great day. Even if it wasn't, all right? Even if you tripped, fell, knocked your head against something, felt like the whole world was just slamming on you, you are in bed now and you were able to relax. And so just say today was a great day because I made it through today. And that will help you wake up in the morning and say, today is a great day. Number 2, I have courage and confidence. I have courage and confidence. It takes courage to heal. It takes confidence to heal. And I will tell you this. I was talking to somebody on Twitter that says, boy, healing isn't for sissies, isn't it? I said, no, it's not. But I said, I'll be honest with you, I think I might have been one when I started. And I really do. I mean, I hate to use the word sissies, but, I was weak when I started. I truly, truly did not think I could get through this. There were a lot of days when I just didn't want to. And I realized that those were the days. Down the road, I realized instead of pushing through, there are going to be days when we just need to be still. We just need to be still. We just need to take that mental break from everything and just say, you know what? We'll fight again tomorrow, but today we're on a break. Take 5 on the battle. All right. Number 3, I can control my own happiness. You can control your own happiness. I'm not really certain how, so we're just going to go with that until I can figure it out, but we can control. I can. Okay, that's the quote or the affirmation. I can control my own happiness. You choose what gets to be in your life. You choose what gets to bring you joy. There's a lot of times when people do things for you and you're in such a bad place that you figure, I don't deserve to feel better about myself, but you control your happiness. If someone's trying to do something to cheer you up, be grateful. Be grateful. Even if it doesn't snap you out of whatever it is you're in, that's a sign from wherever your source or your higher power, whoever it is. That's a sign that people see you and they're concerned. And you're not alone. Because that's what depression likes to make us feel like a lot of times. That we're the only ones dealing with it. That we're so alone. That's how the negative energy can poke at us. Because we fall into that trap. Number 4. I have people who love and respect me. See? I have people who love and respect me. And number 5. I stand up for what I believe in. I stand up for what I believe in. There's a lot of that going on right now, and a lot of arguments. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a different spin on that one. Okay, it is okay to stand up for what you believe in. It is okay to post whatever you want to post on your pages. Okay, because that's your page, your choice, your voice. But the minute you start arguing with someone and trying to convince them that your way is the best way, that's where we fall apart. We can't change people's minds by forcing things on them. When we speak our truth, when we stand up for what we believe in, when we're passionate about the things we believe in, and even when we post on social media about these things, people start to see it and they will make their own decisions. They will make their own choices. It's about planting a seed and letting it grow. Right? It's about planting that seed and letting it grow. If you just try to stick the whole damn tree in their garden and it doesn't fit, that's where the problems start. I've had to learn this the hard way. I've had to learn that I don't always have to be right, even when I am right. Right? That was a quote from my uncle via my father. And my father shared that with me. And not because we were arguing. He was just saying, yeah, he's all, because we were talking about how we've come so far in learning how to just agree to disagree. Because there's a lot of things we do not agree on. But there's a lot of things we do agree on. Excuse me. And that's where we try to really hit home on. And zero in on. Excuse me. See, someone's trying to hold me back from my truth. But that being said, just plant the seed. When we step over the line and we start fighting, it goes from a place of having a discussion to just somebody needing to be right. And nobody wins. Nobody wins. Because everyone's going to stick to their guns. Everyone's going to say they're right, they're right, they're right. And again, it's going to cause more turmoil than needs to be. So a lot of people say agree to disagree is not always the right way to go. In a lot of ways it can be. But you've said what you have to say. They've said what they have to say. And somewhere in the middle you might meet. Maybe not at that time because you have to get out of your head and stop trying to be right about everything. But over time, you might start to see what they're saying. Over time, they might start to see what you're saying. And everybody kind of comes back together and goes, oh, okay. I see your point. So, again, you don't always have to be right, even if you are right. But don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. And remember, there's always going to be some yahoo that's got a comment, right? There's always going to be that one person that has to sit there and go, but you have the choice to engage, or you can just leave it be. Just so you know, on Twitter, there is and I think on Facebook too, but on Twitter, if you do a single post and you go back into like that little 3 dots, I believe you can click on that and you can actually keep people from commenting. And some people get called names for that. Some people will be called, oh, you're a chicken, you don't want to hear other people's comments or opinions. No, it's because a lot of times we have comments and opinions, but we don't have the capacity to fight other people who just want to argue. There are trolls out there. And there have been times when I have literally just disabled comments because I don't want to deal with the trolls. Okay? I don't need to be called all kinds of names just so someone can feel better about themselves. Because for the most part, it just makes me laugh now. But it didn't in the past. It hurt. And for people who do have a dinged up mental health, and even if you don't, it can really kind of damage your psyche and your self-esteem. Seriously. So sometimes if it's something you're very passionate about and you're pretty positive it may not get the reactions you're hoping for, you can disable the comments. And I'm telling you that because, in my personal opinion, when we share stuff, I'm not really looking for people to argue back with me. I'm not sharing stuff and I'm not sharing my truth because, I'm trying to show the world that I'm right. No, it's my belief. It's something I'm standing up for what I believe in. I'm pointing to the paper. So you have to do what's best for you. Okay. Anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Tomorrow will be gratitude number 21, I believe. And then, like I said, Friday there will be no Oracle Friday. The Aloha Perspective is at Comic-Con on Friday. So I might go live doing something on Friday. I'm not sure yet. But at this time, it will not be an 8:30 thing. So if I go live, and I'll post it up to YouTube as well. But I'm just going to go have some fun. All right, I gotta sneeze. But anyways, again, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time tomorrow on Facebook Live. It is public. Anybody can watch under Shelly Marie Lucas. Shelly Marie is one name. Or you can catch it on the replay on the Aloha Perspective with Shelly Marie Lucas on YouTube. Okay, and if you're on Twitter, you'll eventually find it there. Or I also do the short versions on TikTok, which also end up on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much, Debbie. I will definitely do my best to have a great, great time. No, you know what? I'm just going to go have a great time. So thank you. Tomorrow, Sibling and I are giving blood. I'm really excited. It's the first time I've finally been able to do this at Comic-Con. So, doing my part, right, to help the world. But also by putting this stuff out there. So again, have a great day, everybody. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of your physical health, your mental health. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak kindly to others, even if you feel they don't deserve it. Sometimes people are in such a dark place that it shines out onto everybody else. And it's not always intentional. So, be that person that shines the light into their darkness. And even if you feel it may not have touched them, you never know. Okay? It's just a smile, a hello, a good morning, a good afternoon. Sometimes that can make the difference for everybody. Okay, so have a great, great day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Happy hump day. And I will talk to everybody tomorrow morning. Have a great day.